Live Blitz game number 35. Let's see what's up with this. Chess.com, we're there. I got white or black. I got white. This is bird opening. King side feeding cattle. Might end up as a reverse Leningrad Dutch with different colors, opposite polarized colors, you know. I'm gonna play c3, release some of the possible pressure on b2, and it's a nice waiting move to see what's done. I'll castle. If he throws a check with the queen, I'll play d4 to not get pressure with the knight. Oh, he's going for so much queen side. I'm gonna play d4 anyway, because he hasn't played d5 yet. As they say, if there's an attack on the wings, then go for the center. The kings are safe. I really like pawn structures for me because I'm going to have a huge center. He could play d5, in which case I'd support pawn push. The pawn push e4 a little bit later in the middle game. Right now I'm overprotecting e4, his knight can't jump in, and also clearing a space for my rook so I can play this knight move and not have a vulnerable e3 square. So if his knight had jumped into here, then I could move my rook up here and protect it, and then kick the knight with h3. Now I can just play that, which is good for me. I have more space, a better center, and my g2 bishop's becoming an awesome piece. I'm going to be threatening to win a pawn right here, gaining some valuable tempi. Get a nice play on the queen side. b4 is impossible because I'll get a passed pawn. Now my rook's opened without even developing it. He's swapping off light squared bishop, which is fine with me because my endgame is very good. My king side's fine. He doesn't have enough pieces to attack. Now I'm getting really good center pressure, everything. I love this position. I'd pay $10 for this position. I'd big tournament. Pass C pawn is notable. I'm gonna just support center even more. So rook f d8 isn't even that powerful. Queen trade will be fine with me. My king is closer to the center, oddly enough. It's a trump card in the endgame, so we'll go to the endgame and to the center simultaneously. My dark squared bishop's looking really good, especially if I get d5 in before he plays e6. He played e6. Yet I could play d5 anyway, because my king is supporting all those pawns. If you look at famous world champion Alexander Alyekin's games, he supports his center pawns with his king in the early endgame a lot, just like I'm doing right now. So that's the way things are, really. It's not that big of an issue for me. I'm going to target the a5 pawn with two rooks, simultaneously defending that center. See, he didn't really have too many moves there. King f8 would have been really a move to contend with a little bit harder. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns versus 5 pawns. How can I target that pawn more? Or do I not want to target? I can bring my king over. I can just bring my king over and target it more if I want to. Or just threaten to do that and then start pushing. There's a lot of interesting options here. Okay. This I'm not too concerned with. I can defend with d6. And now here's some endgame technique that's going to be coming. He needs to defend the pawn, which he did not do. Ergo, I'm up a pawn now. And the d file is very dangerous for him. Very dangerous indeed. He put his king in the corner, which isn't that good. In the endgame, I'll stop the pawn, and that's a fine structural move, making my bishop a little bit better, and his bishop a little bit worse, and do another structural move. Same thing. Yeah, I can bring my king up to the center again instead of winning the b4 pawn to protect all of my assets. My assets will be protected, and endgame will be won, especially after I protect my pawn with my king and then go after his pawn with my rook. A bird, as I've shared many times before, has great endgames when you play it with a reverse Leningrad Dutch. That's why I was so quick to trade light squared bishops and queens, because I knew that my queen side play was great. And my king came to the center. Oh, that's just a I give up move, quote unquote. Okay. Basically, this game he's giving me the center really quick, and the knight coming in was an important move to overprotect e4, and then I overprotected any infiltrations into my camp and got a better center with the e4 push. If you can get a grasp on that and how that gets a better center with the pawn chain and blunting the fianchettoed bishop here with all these pawns. It's a better endgame and just a better game in general because of the center. And basically he's playing like, differently than everyone would play. He's playing probably a little bit fast and not understanding exactly what to do. And remember, I said Alkine supported big centers in the early endgame with his king. It's okay to do. And as I showed in this game, usually gets you a win. Great game.